Sound has a particular importance in Goetia, especially in certain puzzles. For an optimal experience, sit in a quiet and dark place and put on headphones. Okay, I've got on headphones. I mean, it's kind of dark. Is this a gravestone? I can't see myself. There's no one here. Am I? No, this isn't right. Good, it seems I can still move, in a way, and I can also see things. But I don't feel anything. Stay calm. Something's wrong. Think, Abigail. I know this tree. I'm outside the manor. I just need to think. No, this is wrong. I need to find help. Help! Father, Mother, Annie? Journal. Abigail writes down all her thoughts in her journal. Each time this notebook icon appears, you can see her latest ideas regarding recent events. Perhaps they'll reveal some hints about her next goal. Press J to open the journal. The Awakening. I am Abigail Blackwood, daughter of Abraham and Helena Blackwood, and Annie's sister. To be honest, that's all I remember after the fall, and my final scream. I don't really understand what I am or what's happening. I need to find help. I need to find my family. Alright. I like this tree, but in my memories, it was a bit more impressive, even in winter. Do not click on the crow. Abigail Blackwood, 1890 to 1902. So she was 12. Well, at least that makes things clear now. Can I not click on you? No. Do I go that way? Do I want to go that way? Let's go left. I remember the path to the village, but I'd rather stay here for now. I don't think I'm very presentable at the moment. Okay, fine. We won't go to the village. Can we go this way? Thank you. Thank you, Abigail. That's strange. There's a hexagonal shape carved out of the pedestal, as if something had been taken out. I don't think I saw that before. Assuming there's nothing else here. Oh, by holding control, you can highlight every noticeable element in the scene. A magnifying glass will appear on every clickable object. Cool. The gate is closed and covered in rust. How can I open it? Unless maybe I could go through it? You probably can, Abigail. You're a ghost. Oh yeah, look. There you go. Right on through. Blackwood Manor. Just like in my memories. I was born and died here. I remember this window. That's where I fell. It was cold. That window up there or that window? No leaves on that tree. We're still in winter, but I don't feel cold. Was that the one? Map. Abigail's progress is displayed in real time on the map. The map will show you which rooms you've entered and those that are still out of reach. Be sure to check it regularly. You can also teleport to some rooms directly, supposing that you're not possessing an object. Those will be colored in yellow. Press tab to open the map. Okay. A light? Maybe there's someone there who can help me. There's also this door. Can I not? How do I get in? Going through the gate was easy, but such an obstacle. But you can just go in. It's okay, Abigail. There we go. It's kind of hard when it's on like the edge of my screen going into my second monitor. Impossible! It's terrifying, but rather handy. There's a lot of stuff to look at here. Look at the stairs. These stairs aren't quite as impressive as I remember. They're covered in dust. Even this vase wasn't quite as dull looking before. Is my mind playing tricks on me? Probably been a while. Ivy inside the manor? This is starting to look like a bad dream. Who could have drawn this map? The names remind me of Father's studies, but he would never have taken his documents out of his office. Alright, so that's the Oak Marsh. We're in the hall. There's a library. Paimon. I don't know what Paimon is. So there's the library. There is Bew. There's an office down here. Fields of Stone. The dining room is Malphas. It's all blue. I don't know what that is. Observatory, Nabarius. The Silver Labyrinth. Eldritch Forest. Forest and the Conservatory. Interesting. Each note, journal book, and poster you read is stored in the codex. No need to retrace your steps. Everything's here. Press C to open the codex. I see. Cool. Did I do anything in my journal? No. Control. The candles are lit. There must be someone around. Father usually works late at night. The wallpaper wasn't torn before. Mrs. Ward would never have allowed that. Am I really at the manor? Damaged tableware. The manor seems abandoned. I don't understand. My grandparents used to hunt deer in the woods on the manor grounds. Good evening, Jack, Rufus, Ted, Molly. Wait, Jack, Rufus, Ted, Molly. You said 4. Oh, there's more over here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Do we want to go this way? What was the map thing again? I guess that'd be this area, maybe. Not really sure how these lines are drawn out. Might be the office. Everything is so dilapidated. Wait, what are these things? Someone's drawn some symbols here. Does this have anything to do with demonology? Father studies. Oh god. I can't work out which demons these symbols represent. I really need help. I don't know if I want to go into the demon stuff. I don't recognize this chair. A small part of grandfather's mineral collection. These sheets have been folded neatly. Someone still cares about these things. This couch seems comfortable enough to have a rest. If only I could. A view of the manor in the fog. Something about this painting troubles me, but I can't tell what. All those symbols. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Something's written in the margin. Property of Alexander Hodkin. That name's new to me. Father's office, his safe haven, the place where he did all his experiments. Experiments, esoteric or otherwise. I like this place. If Father's at the manor, this is where I'll find him. But can people see me? I won't be able to talk to him, and what will he do if he somehow recognizes me? Everything's so inconsistent, different, but also similar. Maybe I should find more hints about what's going on before I see him. Alright, you don't want to go there first? These walls clearly don't want anything to go through them. Is there a way to get through? I have no idea, Abigail. So I guess we'll go upstairs then. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. That's it there? Okay. Bye. It doesn't look like any of the clocks in the manor are working, but I'm not particularly worried about that right now. We just heard clock noises. Was that grandfather clock not working? Alice in Wonderland. What's this doing in Mother's library? Let me click on it, Abigail. There's a note hidden between the pages. The handwriting's rather clumsy. It doesn't look much different from mine. It must have been written by a child. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this. Edward. Alexander and I sneaked into Father's laboratory. Maybe sneaked into Father's laboratory. And we found something interesting. There's this weird powder. I will show you I will show you how it reveals hidden writings. Know this. You just have to pour the powder on the paper to reveal the ink. Alexander told me to keep some of it. Now we can start writing coded messages. Cool. Mother's favorite cane. I have no idea what any of that means. Ooh, there's symbols there. Books on botany and chemistry? Nothing I need right now. These walls clearly don't want anything to go through them. Is there a way to get through? Let me see. There's all kinds of jars here, but nothing that'll help me understand what's going on here. I've never seen this dresser open. I think Father was hiding important documents inside. I can't open it. One of Father's most disconcerting hobbies, collecting keys for which there is no keyhole. Why would anyone hide the Virgin Mary behind lock and key? Possession. Abigail just possessed an object. She is now able to move it, use it, or combine it with another. On the other hand, as an object, Abigail gains a foothold in the world of the living and has to accept its rules. No object can cross a wall. I really want to know what this switch is for. Something important has been hidden in this cupboard. Some accounting, invoices, deeds of the property, and what's this? Certified copy of an entry of death. Death in the subject of blah blah blah. Whose death is this? There's a bunch of names here. Did everyone die in 1939? Abraham Edward Christopher Blackwood. Is that the dad? Male. Did the dad die? A death certificate with Father's name on it? It's impossible. I can't believe it. He was 76? But how? What happened to me? What about Mother and Annie? 1939. My last memories date back to 1902. This must be a bad dream. So much of this doesn't make any sense. I need to understand what's going on. Father's office. He must have taken notes. Maybe his research can help me. Let's just stay as the Virgin Mary for a little bit, because why not? These don't look like Mother's plants. She always liked flowers better. Someone's been looking after them, though. I never really liked newspapers. Wait, 2 February 1941? No, that can't. It's been 39 years? That's impossible. This is a nightmare. Need to see. Apologies. I tried to block the microphone. Different plants, different books. Something is going on here. Can't go through there. Oh, I'm not sure I can go through this door. Yeah, I want to go through this door, though. Can I not go through this door? Well, if I can't go through the door, I'm being the Virgin Mary again. Come with me, Virgin Mary. There we go. Whoops, I clicked out. Apologies. Oh, jeez. Now all my tabs are messed up. Okay. Now I can see everything again. It's hard clicking on the edge of the screen like that when I have 2 monitors. Alright. So there's a lot of symbols down here. These books seem important, and they're well worn. If you ever heard the story of Icarus, who flew too close to the sun, let me tell you our version of that ancient story. A man who thought himself a great alchemist and master of the elements of nature found an old forgotten grimoire that would teach him to summon demons and command them to carry out whatever he wanted. Now this man gained his power by following the lead of those before him. That is to say, he had used the results from experiments performed by other masters to appear wise to those around him. However, while he was good at applying that which he had learned from others, his ability to think on his feet and to reason was lacking. This man loved a woman who he had never spoken to. He watched her from afar, admiring her beauty and dreaming of what it would be like if she was his wife. He spent so much time in the world of fantasy where she was his that his obsession had started to take a toll on him. He couldn't sleep, eat, and became isolated from his friends. The directions in the book were clearly laid out, and because of his adeptness at following instructions in his alchemical manuals, he thought he would master demons as quickly as he mastered alchemy. Out of desperation for this woman, he summoned a demon named Beleth, who it was said could create love between a man and a woman. Sensing his desperation, the demon came to his summons, and the man was sure that it was his skill that brought Beleth to him so quickly. He commanded the demon to bring his love to him, with haste and without harm befalling her. The demon laughed, saying it was an easy task, and the woman felt the same way as the man. As the woman felt the same way as the man, but he would require but a single action from the man to ensure success. Ecstatic, the man agreed to do whatever Beleth needed to accomplish the task. The demon dictated a love letter to him, telling him to send it to his love on a specific date, using the exact words he gave him. After the man dismissed the demon, he immediately wrote the letter that Beleth had dictated to him, word for word, and set it aside, waiting for the appointed day to mail his note. When the day came to mail the letter, his love went to a spiritualist to speak to her beloved mother, who had passed when she was young. When the medium called the spirit of her mother, Beleth came in disguise and told her of the letter that she would receive. He told her that the man who wrote it was a necromancer and meant to do her family harm. Knowing exactly what the man had written, Beleth easily scared off the man's love and destroyed his reputation in the process. Just like Icarus, his overconfidence had destroyed him. However, we can learn one more lesson. Without the ability to reason, to create and innovate, a master is not a master. Never take what you read or see at face value, and that includes anything and everything that I write you. Okay. That was long. This one looks different. The building and renovation of churches. I think I remember hearing about a chapel in the woods near the manor. Oh, that's what that did. Books about magic? Not a science I'm familiar with. There's only this light to illuminate the whole room. It's all so dark and oppressive. Pencils, notebooks, and newspapers. Mother, since you will not listen to reason, I must stop you myself. I apologize for stealing your notes, but I see no other way. Gabriel may be the oldest, but he has no idea what you are up to. I will be back for young Edward and Robert. I forbid you from trying anything with them, or you will dearly regret it. This has all gone on long enough. Farewell. A. There's a massive book on the shelf. It must be important. It might be somewhat altered, but even so, there's no way I can read that book without finding a way to get it off the showcase. Father may not have been fond of horses. Okay. This statuette is gorgeous, but I don't remember it either. I don't recognize Father's handwriting on this notebook. Oh my gosh. 12.03. Writing a journal had never interested me up until now, but these past few days I felt the need for it. All of these things are crowding my mind, and I can rarely sleep. Found Father's precious notes today. I discovered what took up all his time. An incredible collection of documents, vague references, and crazy writings about demons and seals. Names I know nothing about. Enigmatic symbols, drawings, a huge number of documents he used to share with my sweet Abigail an eternity ago. Oh, I kind of thought this was Andy, but that definitely proves it. Well, that's one of the symbols we saw on that thing upstairs. My first instinct was to close this box and put it back where I found it, but curiosity is consuming me. So obviously that letter to Mother must have been to Abigail, or not to Abigail, to Annie, the sister, maybe. Because they had no brothers. It was just the two girls. So this must be Annie's family that lived here afterwards. My curiosity, 24.03. I am voraciously reading Father's documents, and I'm starting to make sense out of them. Maybe he wasn't as mad as his isolation let it on. What I took for a time-consuming hobby was actually an in-depth study of an ancient cult named Goetia. The idea of it still seems crazy, and maybe it is. Goetia was used to call forth demons to ask questions or favors of them. A very human tradition, but these summonings seem to have been possible. Father seemed interested in 5 of these demons: Malphus, Bure, Paimon, Ferris, and Nibirius. These notes are very detailed about rituals. Formulous personalities of each entity, strengths and weaknesses. I have difficulties believing that they really exist. However, Father's studies are so thorough and precise that I'm beginning to have doubts. 1205. Curiosity is guiding me towards knowledge. I tried some of the rituals this past week. I'm happy I can isolate myself as I feel somewhat ridiculous, saying out loud the summoning words taken from an strange language? Okay. I have had no success yet. This quest is consuming me. I spend entire days writing down the questions I want to ask the demons, as well as behaviors and words I should avoid. In their presence. I chose Malphus. He seems to be the less deranged of the demons among those I read about, and I hope he is not so dangerous, but he doesn't seem to hear me. I'm growing desperate. Was it coming? I can feel it. The people of Oakmarsh are different, nervous. The enemy is far from our front door, however, and I can't stop but feeling they are... What? You see. However, and I can't stop but feeling they are reacting strangely to our own presence. I couldn't explain this feeling. 1507. I feel feverish, confused. I can't sleep. I can't believe it. Malphus answered. I first perceived an undescribable noise as is a huge hammer was hitting the walls around me. Then a wind filled the room, coming from under the doors. I swear I heard the rustle of feathers, as if thousands of birds were flying around the room. When he started speaking to me, I froze, too stunned to utter a single word. This demon is particularly charismatic. My first thoughts went to my beloved sister. Abigail would have been so impressed, astonished, moved. I asked the questions I craved answers for. Was Abigail with him? Could he find her? He laughed. Malphus has a very calming laugh, very soft. He told me he couldn't bring her back, but that she was well. I should feel calm, but my thirst for answers isn't calmed. 22.07. Malphus and I are growing to know each other. It feels so strange to write it thus, and even more strange to live it. This demon is particularly caring, and I sometimes forget he is an entity by far superior to us poor humans. It seems I am for him a welcome distraction. He has had a little occasions to talk with the living these past 5 millennia. I so sometimes think of my dear Joseph and feel a guilty relief that he should no longer be of this world. If Father was still alive, my research and my success would have surely filled him with pride. And Abigail, who often mocked my terror when faced with Father's experiments, can she only see me today? Oh my god, how long is this? Oh, hey, Prophet. Yeah, I'm still streaming high quality. I need to. Huh? I think it was not. Would you be proud of me, older sister? Would you be proud of your older sister? I keep my research far from my children's reach. They are too young to understand what is at stake. But maybe I can start talking about it with Gabriel. I'm looking forward to sharing my knowledge of the rituals tied to Goetia. But maybe they suspect something. Alexander seems weary lately. 08.10. They are here. They started bombing London yesterday. Mrs. Matthews and her husband left Oakmarsh a few days ago, leaving everything behind. I'm worried. What will my children grow up in? Can I even imagine what tomorrow will look like? When I asked Malphus, he had this amused look he often has, the one that annoys me so much. Arrogant heap of feathers. He doesn't care, of course. Hell is a far more peaceful place than Earth, he said. 12.10. I exchanged a few words today with Elrius, the Vicar. I couldn't stand not sharing my research, but his reaction surprised me. He told me he had been eagerly waiting for this day. Who other than me could know so much about this subject? The Vicar offered me his help. How could a man of God conduct such research, trying to call forth demons? I think I'll accept his offer. I only browsed through some of Father's works, and demonic invocation is only a small part of the Goetia, and I can't count on Malthus, who refuses to answer my questions on the subject. But that malicious bird can laugh as much as he wants. I'll get my answers. What you doing anyway?
So what is this game?
You were playing as the ghost of Abigail, and it's like a puzzle click and point adventure thing.
Okay.
Seems that her father studied demonology, and it seems her sister followed in his path. 02.11. Oakmarsh is now empty. I have a ghost town at my door. Goetia isn't a discreet art, and I suppose the last rituals convinced the bravest of them to leave their home. Let them go. I don't need their idiotic prejudices. Oh, finally, it's the last page. When our enemies will be at our doors, at least I will have something to welcome them with. 05.11. Gabriel, my sweet Gabriel, I was sure you'd understand. I love you so much. Robert, Edward, I hope you'll understand the impatience of this quest. 12.12. There is no hope left. I won't be here when those disgusting invaders arrive, but let them try and get close to my children. They will regret it. Come and colonize Oakmarsh. See what I care. None of these short-sighted villagers supported me when I needed it. They don't deserve to be remembered, but if they come inside Blackmarsh Manor, I will rain down hell on them. 05.01. Thank you, Autumn Atheus, passed in from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Everything will soon be ready. I won't be here to see the world crumble. You don't look as arrogant and mocking as before, Malthus. Don't worry, I'm not heartless. You won't be alone. A few friends will join you. The spell is sealed. Abigail, please wait for me. Hear me, heed my call. Alright. That was very long.
Yeah, that was really long.
You only heard like half of it too.
Huh?
You only heard like half of it too. Also, I'm flying around as a possessed Virgin Mary idol.
Symbolism? Question mark?
I guess. It's the only thing I found that I can possess. The box contains some kind of white powder. Oh, I can possess this box. I said I can possess this box now instead. A hollowed skull, one of Mother's eccentricities. I suppose it must have come from the upstairs library. I used to hide in this wardrobe. Annie never found me in here. Oh, Prophet's talking again. Alright. I wish Prophet could hear me, but I have to type to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what am I doing? Over here. The pen is mightier than the sword, and treasures do hide in the written word. I should try to remember this. My journal lit up. The feather. When I'm close to the feather, I feel like something is calling to me, but the feeling is vague. I must be missing something. Oh, I got a bunch more here. Manor is empty and there are no signs of its inhabitants. I can feel a presence, however, and it seems it was abandoned only recently. Some of the walls and ceilings bear sigils. I've seen them before. Father used to study them. Did he draw them? And why do they prevent me from going deeper into the manor? I must find answers on the upper floors. But first of all, I have to get through these barriers. It's 1941. Almost 4 decades have passed in but a few seconds. Father is gone and probably Mother too. What about Annie? She must still be alive. She'll have answers for me. Can I possess this feather? Okay, I'm gonna be a feather. I've given up the Virgin Mary. I am now a feather.
Let's see. Symbolism again? Question mark?
I have no idea. Okay, so there's... Oh, so this tells me where the sigils are, I guess. So I'm in here now. So I could go up that way. Feathers? Wait, what? What is this? Oh god, that's a big bird. Good evening, young lady. Who are you? Oh, come now, you wound me. We are already acquainted. Of course, it was some time ago, and you may not have even seen that I was there. I am one of the kind your father did so love to talk about, even if he elected not to teach you much about me in particular. My current form, shall we say, should be something of a hint. You're one of the demons that father was studying. A raven? You must be Malthus. But demons don't exist. It was just an unpleasant hobby of his.
Says the ghost girl.
Yeah. I suppose you must be right. After all, that would be simply absurd. Not unlike believing in ghosts, perhaps. I must say, I am rather surprised to see you here right now. No matter, I'm almost flattered you recognized me. It means that mankind has not quite forgotten about me yet. Not completely, at least. What do you want? What do I want? Oh, I see. Abraham must have taught you that I would require a favor if you were so impertinent as to summon me. But in your case, young lady, I chose to appear before you. You did not summon me, and thus can we dispense with the quid pro quo. I suppose I simply wanted to, well, chirp with someone, perhaps. Chirp. Fine, but what are you doing here? Aha! Now that is quite an interesting question. Would that I could answer it. You mean you don't know? Not exactly. I do recall that I was summoned, but in a most unusual way. Annie, she called me, and we chirped for a time. But she deceived me and trapped me within these walls. All I know is that some part of me remained in the cozy confines of hell, while the remainder, well, is the manor itself, or something like that. Like when I possess an object? It does indeed seem that the same forces are at work here. And why are you preventing me from going any further? I am doing nothing of the sort, or rather, not consciously. You see, my girl, we are both pure spirits here, and it seems that our essence cannot collaborate, shall we say. I promise you, I would simply love for you to proceed. I dare say that you are the only one who can free me. The sigil on the ceiling, could it be a hint, an answer? Ah, such a keen mind. If it was not the answer itself, it must be some part of it. My sigil is not complete in this form. It cannot be seen by man, much to my immense sorrow. The sigil you can see only represents half of my being, the part that remains in hell. There is another sigil. In fact, it is the opposite of this one. It represents the part of me that is trapped here, among the living. Should you manage to find and decipher it, I would be free to leave this world. I knew you wanted something after all. Exposed! Yes, and it seems we both need each other. I expect that I can rely on you. You have Blackwood blood running through your veins, after all. If you'll pardon this expression. Wait, He's disappeared. Not quite. Do keep up the good work, Abigail. Simply forget that I'm watching your every move. Okay, let's go back down here. The dumbwaiter is connected to the kitchen in the basement. These glasses are still full, as if people left in a hurry. Robert Hodkin, 1940, 14 years old. Gabriel Hodkin, February 1939, 31 years old. Annie Hodkin, November 1940. Annie Hodkin. Annie as a grown-up. I still recognize her, though. Alexander Hodkin, 28 years old, August 1939. Alright, what else is there to look at? Last child, 1940, 10 years old, Edward Hodkin. I will never know the taste of this wine. There's dear Mrs. Ward, the housekeeper, and she has her keys, even in this painting. This ruined tower reminds me of the one the villagers were talking about in the woods on the estate. The silver medallion holds the portrait of a dour-looking man with sharp eyes. The seat was, of course, Father's armchair. Can't go through that door. These walls clearly don't want. Yeah. What's my map look like again? Oh damn, I've got a bunch of stuff in here now. So I guess I'm in the dining room. Malpheus is here. So I guess these are where the different demons are. So I've been, I guess, here. So I guess if I help Malpheus, I can go through the blue afterwards. The wardrobe is not really my style. It's a little notebook. Some of his pages have been torn away. Perhaps they're still around somewhere. Okay. There's a strange place for an office. 4 wooden spears ornated the front of this box. A word is written on each. An original ornament for such a box. Dots. So, some sort of code I'll have to figure out, I guess. Is there any demons with a 4-letter name? Where's this one? Is it B-U-N-E or? B. Is there a B? There's no B. So it's not that. Alright, we're outside now. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. I should stay in the manor. I can't imagine who would be out wandering in the woods right now. Fine then. Alright, I can go through here. Can't I? No, wait, don't go away. I want to go through there. So guys, since I can't watch the stream, I'm leaving. Send some of your Halloween things on Discord. I can't wait to see what you will do. Have a good time. Stay positive. Alright. I want to go through this dumbwaiter. I don't understand. It's a long hallway. Oh, the door's locked. Where am I supposed to be going right now? Oh, I've got news from my journal. Empty notebook, torn page, and an object that calls me. Whose message I must decipher. Good Lord, Annie, what have you done? Why did you invite a demon, several demons, into Blackwood Manor? What is this foolish project of yours? Malphus claims that an opposite sigil will free him and his fellow demons. I don't really trust him, but this is the only way to get answers and find Annie and to rid the manor of these evil entities. Where was that thing that had the, is it this? Not 100% sure what I need to be doing right now. I feel like I've explored everything. Wait, actually, is there... Oh, there's a circle there. So if I go through the office... there should be a way down without Malthus blocking it. There we go. Aha! Something to prevent me from going any further. It must be something to do with these strange metal sheets bolted to the wall. There's a combination door on the lock, or a lock on the door. These sheets are made of metal. Lead, maybe. A thick metal door. It also looks like it's made of lead. That's a combination. There's no food on the shelves. No one's planned on settling in here. There's a sheet of paper on the wall, but why is it blank? How odd. These plates haven't been properly washed. The meals weren't even finished either. The dumbwaiter, needless to say. Works perfectly. So I guess I can send items down here with the dumbwaiter. Smoked garlic. I used to love that smell, but the memory is fading. Oh. That needs to go there. My younger brother, it's been a while since I haven't put your keen mind to the test. How would you feel about a paper chase? First clue, chariot. Happy hunting. Torn note. Someone threw this note into the fireplace, but it didn't burn. It mentions some sort of treasure hunt created by someone named R to his brother. Maybe the reward could be interesting. So I made sure the room next to the kitchen would be out of bounds for me and other beings. What could be so precious that to be protected in such a way? If I can reach that room, I'm sure I'll find some other clues. Alright. So I wonder if I need the book. Maybe. Chariot. I think I put the book over here. Okay, let's go this way. Alright. Where else am I able to go? So able to go down there. There's another room here, it looks like. Everything else needs to be lined off. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Tab. So I think there should be another room here, shouldn't there? Because that's blue. Yeah, there should be 2 rooms beside the blue room. No? Oh, maybe I need the box of powder. There was a box of powder. Wait, let me go back up. Where was my box of... Oh god, where the fuck did I put that box of powder? I have no idea. No, I don't want it here. There was that box of powder somewhere. Here it is. Alright, and then downstairs we go. We got on? Thank you. If it's not the right powder, maybe I'll at least be able to make some nice fireworks. Oh, here we go. Reads the eldest birth. Oh, I have that. Wait, Codex? The eldest birth. You were 10. You were 28. Oh wait, but what years? 10 years in 1940, so yeah, you're definitely not. 28, so you were born in 1911. You don't have an 8. Oh, that's Annie's. So 1911, 1908. So 1908 maybe? Nice! I can't say I'm disappointed, but this is not what I expected. Where do these lights come from? A must stand for Alexander, I suppose. E for Edward, G for Gabriel, R for Robert. My dear Alexander, I know you disapprove of all this. You have made that perfectly clear these past few days. Forgive me, my dear child, but I must see this to the end. Our family has suffered too much. I hope you'll find it in you to forgive me for what I did, wherever you are now. I'm sure you are happy where you are now. Your loving mother, Annie. Oh? Annie, my God, what happened here? What have you done? I don't understand. All these sigils, these messages, these experiences, and this silence. I can't stand to be alone here. What happened to the Blackwoods? And why did I wake up? Where is Annie? This is a nightmare. Father? Mother? Please, I'm begging you, come back. Help me. A noise! Is someone there? I think it came from the hall. The fucking hall. Okay, well, let's go to the hall. Here, let me be the Virgin Mary. She will protect me. The crockery's broken. It didn't fall by itself. Oh, there's something on the shelf. Something hexagonal, just like what on the pedestal outside the manor. I should try taking it there. Oh, I need to stop being the Virgin Mary then. Alright, let's bring this hexagon outside. Door's locked. How do I get outside? How do I get outside? Hmm. Can I get out through that window? How do I get this thing outside? Let's check my journal. Oh. Those 4 pillars bearing initials are some sort of tribute to Annie's sons. The whole place is imbued with some unknown kind of magic. It must have something to do with my quest, but for now I must focus on freeing Malphus and the others to reach the upper floors and find Annie's trail. Nothing and no one. Maybe it was a rat. This place is quite decrepit after all. Yet another disappointment. I managed to find a curious object in the hall. At least, a wooden hexagon bearing the Blackwood arms. I think I know where to put it. Yes, but how do I get it outside? Do I have to go around the back of the house, maybe? Okay, I'm outside now. I don't understand how I'm supposed to get this outside. Maybe I go up through there? Because there's no sigils there. Alright, up through here. Oops, I didn't mean to press C. Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ by Lewis Wallace. Leaving a book out of its shelf isn't in Annie's habits. Oh gosh. I will let the chariot alone today. In its place, let them bring me a 5th horse. If thou hast it, he should be bare-backed and fleet as the others. Ildrim's wonder was aroused, and he summoned a servant immediately. Bid them bring the harness for the 4, he said. The harness for the 4, and the bridle for Sirius. Ildrim then arose. Sirius, my love, and I am his, O son of Aereus. We have been comrades for 20 years, in tent, in battle, in all stages of the desert. We have been comrades. I will show him to you. Going to the division curtain, he held it, while Ben-Hur passed under. The horses came to him in a body, one with a small head, luminous eyes, neck like the segment of a bended bow, and mighty chest curtained thickly by a profusion of mane soft and wavy as a damsel's locks, nickered low and gladly at sight of him. "Good horse," said the sheik, patting the dark brown cheek. "Good horse, good morning." Turning then to Ben-Hur, he added, "This is serious, father of the four here. Mira, the mother, awaits our return, being too precious to be hazarded in a region where there is a stronger hand than mine. And much I doubt," he laughed as he spoke, "much I doubt, O son of Aries, if the tribe can endure her absence. She is their glory. They worship her. Did she gallop over them, they would laugh. 10,000 horsemen, sons of the desert, will ask today, have you heard of Mira? And to the answer, she is well, they will say. God is good, blessed be God. Mira, Sirius, names of stars, are they not, O sheik?" asked Ben-Hur, going to each of the four, and to the sire offering his hand. "And why not?" replied Ilderim. "Wert thou ever abroad on the desert at night? No. Then thou canst not know how much we Arabs depend upon the stars. We borrow their names in gratitude, and give them in love. My fathers all had their Miras as I have mine, and these children are stars no less. There, see thou is Rigel, and there Antares, that one is Altair, and he whom thou goest is to now is Aldebaran, the youngest of the brood, but none the worst of that, no, not he. Against the wind he will carry thee till it roar in thy ears like Akaba, and he will go where thou sayest, son of Aries, I by the glory of Solomon. He will take thee to the lion's jaws if thou darest so much." The harness was brought. With his own hands Ben-Hur equipped the horses with his own hands. He led them out of the tent, and there attached the reins. "Bring me Sirius," he said. An Arab could not have been sprung to seat on the cursor's back, and now the reins. They were given him, and carefully separated. Great. Oh, keep reading C instead of control. "It was here. I fell out this window. It was an accident, but I clearly remember falling here." Okay, so I guess I have to find a horse now? I'll check my journal. The novel pointed out, but the previous clue is annotated the word horse is circled. But finding a horse in the manor will not be easy. Yeah, where the fuck am I gonna find a horse? Oh. There's a massive book on the shelf. It must be important. What the fuck is that? Okay. A drawing of what seems to be an old man wearing a hat was hidden under the bronze statue. A familiar silhouette. Okay, so I'm assuming that's going to be one of the paintings. Alright, time to check all the paintings. Check all the downstairs first. Oh, it's definitely this one. John Falco. The old man's portrait signed John Falco. What should I conclude? Something about his name, his first name, his identity? Okay, so maybe we should try that box with the word. Try John. John's 4 letters, but Falco isn't. I think it was a four letter word box. Alright, let's try John. Aha! Question marks there. A sealed room next to the kitchen. I was unaware of it. I'll take a look. Oh, I see. So that's why I couldn't get in there before, is because we didn't know about the room here. Okay. Well, I need to drop the horse. So we'll go down to the kitchen. And into the sealed room. Looks like a piece of makeshift furniture made out of wine crates. A gigantic raven, demonic sigils, and now a bright orb that can levitate? I feel strangely drawn to the shape. Maybe I can learn something from it. I have become the glowing orb. Abigail is now able to see traces or details about the history of the most recent owner of an item. Possess an item and explore with it for a moment to see if something else is highlighted. The last actions of the living might help you in your quest. I see, I've gained new powers. The trail led me to a map showing a hidden room next to the kitchen. It may have been sealed. I doubt a wall can stop me now. I earned some kind of power. I can feel things emanating from some objects. It's hard to explain. It's as if I could see traces of what happened around the object. It could certainly prove useful. It's impossible to guess what it is. Okay. I wonder if this one's done so I don't see from it anymore. Well, we should send it back up to the dumbwaiter. Okay, well now that I have this power, what the fuck am I supposed to do with it? I guess I can just see if I can find what to do with this thing. Is this one done? Yeah, that one's done. Is the feather done? No, the feather's not done yet. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with this book. Hollow skull one. Oh, okay, I've read that already. Am I done with the Virgin Mary? Do I need anything else with you? Seems like there's nothing left to do with you. You were just teaching me my power. Oh, I don't think I can do anything with it right now. Okay, let's try and figure out this book. What am I supposed to be doing with this book? I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this book. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing right now? How do I get outside? Don't know how I'm supposed to get outside with this thing. Wait, wasn't there a bunch of keys? Can I get a key or something? They were on the other side of that. How do I get outside? Let me see. Don't understand. You able to look up where I'm supposed to go? Look up how to get outside with the hexagon. So Goetia.
Okay.
I need to get outside with the hexagon.
You're still inside. Continue flying.
I'm doing the
Move
I'm on like
statue. Flat left's not accessible. Exit right and flat the second floor. Head down. Carry a box of powder.
I've done the box of powder.
Here.
I found the lights.
Carry the box of powder to blank page.
Yep, I did that.
Dining room, some paintings. Solution.
Yeah, I did the paintings.
Hear noise, some stairs.
Yeah, I found
Broken
the
crockery.
that's where you find the hexagon.
Hexagon shelf. Open the door to the right. Carry the hexagon shelf to the right through the door and through the hole in the wall immediately past the door frame. Slide
Oh, you have to use that little hole in the wall. Okay, I would not have thought to do that. So this, I'm assuming. How do I go through it? Oh, there we go.
Slide left into the center.
Interesting. Thank you. The opening closed behind me. The manor seems a little more alive than I'd like. It fits perfectly. Now where the hell am I? What would someone be hiding among the coffins? I'd like to leave this place as soon as I can. A key, of course. Now let's find the lock that it opens. If it belongs to Mrs. Ward, as I suspected. So I got a new page to my journal. The servant's tomb. I didn't know we had one. I would love to say hello to Mrs. Ward. Okay, back up here. So now we gotta go find where this key takes us. So we come back in through here. Oh, it probably opens this door over here. No? Up here? Aha, there was a hole in the floor there. I see. So it's good to know I have to look for things like that. Okay, so what does this open? What's my map look like again? There's a question mark there. Could put this in here. And see if I have to go downstairs, maybe. I mean, I got through here, though. Not really sure why there's a question mark there. Where do I need to go? I don't remember what's locked. Wait, is this locked? I gotta find something that's locked. No, probably won't be outside. Must be something upstairs. I don't think there's anything up here, though. I don't know what I do with the feather, and I don't know what I do with the notebook. Alright, let's try up here somewhere. Is it this that was locked? No. That's my book. What is locked? I do not understand what is locked. What is locked? Just don't know where I go. It wasn't there. Where does this key go? Where would something locked be? Oh, here we go. This was locked. Perfect. Malphus. Opposite sigil. Banishment. Faris. I don't know much about Faris. The text says that he knows about medicinal herbs and stones, that he teaches logic and ethics, what kind of ethics, and that he can make people invisible and eloquent. The green moss appeared during the night after my summoning attempt. I don't dare remove it as I fear I might damage the sigil. What would happen if the connection were suddenly severed without the proper preparations? Bune. Father's research mentions him on several occasions, with a mixture of fear and respect. From what I understand, he tried several times to enter our world, but not without benign intentions. I don't understand him. Tuesday, November 25th. Malphus doesn't like him. I still don't know if I should trust Malphus, though. Those two have been in open war for centuries in their world. He seems ready to take any opportunity to make his opponent lose ground. Can I count on Malphus to block his way if he tries anything? I shall summon him at the end. No opposite sigil. Not enough time. No need. If he escapes, I might do this wretched world a favor. Paimon. So this is Paimon. If one believes Jacques Colin de Plancy, a king of hell, he teaches art, science, and mysteries. He belongs to the order of angels and dominicians. He has 200 legions under his command. A perfect match for the spirit of the family, then. 22nd position. 4 dots appeared on top of his sigil. A smell of burning filled the room. I'm on the night path. But what do the straight lines on top of it mean? Nebrius. Nebrius is a valiant marquis. He appears as a raven and his voice is hoarse. He can grant eloquence and amiability, and he teaches the arts. He has 19 legions under his command. I have had my fill of ravens. Once again, not much information. He seems to intrigue Gabriel. Maybe I should offer to let him attend the summoning session. Well, well, that's quite the discovery, young lady. Do you remember the sigil? Try to memorize its every relief. This will be crucial when you try to chase me out of these walls. Malphus' opposite signal has been revealed. Every room once blocked by his presence is now accessible. Nice! I'm able to get to places now. Alright, this opens up a lot. Jeez, where do I want to go first? Alright, so here are the 5 demons that lived in Blackwood now. Bune, Forrest, Niberius, Paimon, and Malphus, of course. Annie, why are you doing this? I feel so lost and powerless. Now I should be able to banish Malphus from this place. Then I'll take care of the others, and for that I'll need to meet them first. I'm scared, but it seems I have little choice in the matter. Am I supposed to cleanse Blackwood? Is that why I'm here now? This is madness. Alright, so where's my little map of where everyone is? So everyone else is kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 5. Let's go. I want to go down here first, I think. And then we can go up that way. So let's go down first. Brilliant! I never doubted you. Remember, you must memorize each opposite sigil and the method to activate them. You'll do that in remembrance of me, won't you? Where am I now? Okay, so I'm 1 room over. I remember these bottles. They must have been here for a long time. Some are empty, others full. It's wine, apparently, or maybe vinegar. The tap on this oak cask is covered in rust. A solitary tasting session? What am I supposed to find among all this rubbish? Ooh. Okay then. A milk can. It's empty. I recognize the paneling from my bedroom. What have they done with it? Oh. Who are all these people? The founders of Blackwood. The family is ever grateful. Okay. Oh, I wonder if this is just people who like the staff or something room. Let's try what this is. I didn't know the manor had a cellar. It doesn't seem new, though. Yeah, see, it doesn't give me that room, so I think it's not important to the story. The mechanism cables go down this well. Each clue takes me deeper underground. What am I going to find down here? This metal beam seems to be supporting the ceiling and some massive mechanism as well. What? That's my portrait! And all these candles. It's like a mausoleum. I don't feel at ease here. These flowers are my favorite, even like this, withered and dull. Annie was the only one who knew how much I liked them. No chain and no picture inside either. This pendant looks so lonely. Its shape is quite unusual. Oh, After all the disappointments, I was expecting something much more difficult. But hunting a demon is surprisingly easy. I just need to find and focus on its opposite sigil, then cross the wall to free it from the demon's grasp. Let's go upstairs and gather hints on what happened here, to find Annie and learn what these bright altars in the basement of the manor are. Okay. Down we go! Fields of stone. So it's like a whole new... I'm glad I don't have to use this infernal machine. It looks stuck anyway. Something I'm not like... Oh, I did open a new area. The Realm of Stone. I don't know Blackwood Manor had an archive room. It's a fascinating place, smaller than the manor's library, but its depths and the sheer amount of information it holds are almost intimidating. That said, I have no new leads unless I missed something important. Whoever was responsible for the decoration here either had very eclectic taste or no taste at all. Some registers and other account books from 1821 to 1914, and then nothing. A collection of poems by one W.B. Yeats. William Butler Yeats, The Cat and the Moon. The cat went here and there, and the moon spun round like a top. And the nearest kin of the moon, the creeping cat, looked up. Black Menelaus stared at the moon, for wander and wail as he would. The pure cold light in the sky troubled his animal blood. Menelaus runs in the grass, lifting his delicate feet. Do you dance, Menelaus? Do you dance? When two close kindred meet, what better than call a dance? Maybe the moon may learn, tired of that courtly fashion. A new dance turn. Menelaus creeps through the grass from moonlight place to place. The sacred moon overhead has taken a new phase. Does Menelaus know that his pupils will pass from change to change, and that from round to crescent, from crescent to round they range? Menelaus creeps through the grass, alone, important and wise, and lifts to the changing moon his changing eyes. The wild swans at cool, the saint and the hunchback. Hunchback, stand up and lift your hand and bless a man that finds great bitterness in thinking of his lost renown. A Roman Caesar is held down under this hump. Saint, God tries each man according to a different plan. I shall not cease to bless because I lay about me with the taws, that night and morning I may thresh. Greek Alexander from my flesh, Augustus Caesar, and after these that great rogue Alcibiades. Hunchback, to all that in your flesh have stood, and blessed I give my gratitude, honored by all in their degrees, but most to Alcibiades. Okay, cool. Whoops, I didn't mean to drop. Give me back my little pendant thing. The The cat lost his head. I hope it's not my beautiful Seth. Let that open. I see. Interesting. Fire, water, air, earth. Gold is father, silver is mother, iron is brother, copper is sister. Silver, fixum, solist. So mother and fixum. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, yet more paperwork. I don't quite fancy exploring the financial history of the Blackwoods. Suitcase, reminder. Mother Edward, father Robert. Oh, I found where I'm supposed to go. A concave shape, some sort of receptacle? Is there something over here, or is it just... No, I think it was just over this way. I can't see anything. Whoops, I clicked out. And then I've also clicked out of everything, of course. There we go. I don't know what you're talking about, Abigail. We can see just fine. Some cleaning products? Someone doesn't leave anything to chance.
Yeah, I find it ridiculous when, you know, oh, it's too dark to see here, but you can clearly see things.
Yeah. There's a pipe in the can. Maybe I just made this too light, though. There was like a brightness setting at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's liquid, shiny, and slightly sticky. I can't smell it, but it looks like petrol. Also, I'm a glowing orb right now. Shouldn't I be able to see?
Yeah, I know, right?
The needle is at the bottom. See new and unknown machine. Some new and unknown machine. Maybe I can turn it on. I don't even know if it works. What could it be used for? Alright. Have I done everything here then? Oh, is that what you did? Made nachos? I'm okay. Let's go back up here so I'm not any item right now. Alright, so let's look at this map. So I could go... I can go up those areas. Let's go up that side first, maybe. What anime you watching? What anime are you watching?
Goblin Slayer.
I see.
Basically Dark Souls the enemy.
Wait, is this a new place that I just got to? I did. I did just get to a new place I didn't mean to go to. Okay, cool. Let's check this out then. There's dust everywhere now. The same knickknacks left to rot, just like everywhere else. Nothing particularly illuminating. There's some sort of recess in the wall. I should be able to open it. An empty glass tube. It communicates with the upper floors. Can I get the cylinder out? No? So this should take me back. Yeah, it takes me here. So I can go up through the floor now here. You know, kind of follow the doors though for now. Let's go through this door. Someone was apparently too small to achieve their goal. I left the same trace here. I need a tool to open this panel. A photograph that's seen better days. I can't make anything out. There are messages scattered all over the manor. It's quite peculiar. My dearest son, I am saddened to have fallen so low in your esteem. Your little plot is not a hard one to notice. The notes you stole are important, true, but I don't need them anymore. I suppose you hid them in your flat in the village, or that you gave them to that Stanford girl. May they teach you something. We'll have the opportunity to talk about your misdeed, you can be sure of it. I'm sure I'll find some answers in Oak Marsh Village. It's not far from the manor. Oak Marsh is now accessible. It is located west of the manor. It is possible to come back to the manor at any time by simply going there or clicking on the map. Interesting. I need to finish exploring the house first, though. Mother and father entertained their guests around this billiard table. I wasn't invited, of course. My room is located just behind this wall. I spent hours listening to them. So I've explored this whole area, so now I should go over this way, I guess. This is more like how I imagined ghosts before, that is. Father might have had some peculiar taste in decorating, but he wouldn't keep decapitated statues. Father might have had decapitated statues. The screwdriver is in good condition. A tool like this is always useful to keep around. Let me possess this screwdriver. I remember a wardrobe, but this looks more like a confessional. Did someone put it here while waiting to replace it? It's strewn with scattered trinkets. Annie, just like in my memories, where are you hiding? There's a note hidden in the frame. In remembrance of our discoveries and of hard-working, sleepless nights, this forest will miss you. Anton. Anton. That name doesn't ring a bell, but he might have some answers for me. The woods are behind the manor. I should follow this lead. Eldritch Forest is now accessible. It is located east of the manor. It is possible to come back to the manor any time by simply going there or clicking on the map. Where could these plants have come from? The greenhouse? But it's 2 floors above here. Well, it's obviously the fucking demon who's, like, into herbs and shit. So yeah, I can get up there, but I think I want to do this first. Alright. Yeah, I want to go this way. So this should work. Oh. Oh, I wonder. First of all, let's check my journal. Ghost of Eldritch. Annie talks about someone called Anton in a forest in the eastern part of the estate. Was he living there as a recluse? I don't recall anything being there. No house, not even a hut. What was his connection to Annie? If she's left the manor, maybe he'll know where she's hiding. I don't really know my way around the forest, but I must explore it. The Forgotten Village. In the note I found on the pool table, Annie wrote to Alexander, her second son. She mentioned secret research and a third party, Stanford. It all leads to Oakmarsh. I should be able to investigate without much difficulty. The Realm Stone. I found a recess in the alcove. It's oval-shaped, makes me think that it wasn't created for storage, but rather to hide a mechanism or some other form of access. The archives led to a shelter. I'm not sure whether it was there while I was still alive. It's been used by someone. I can see several ventilators, supplies, and food, but nothing else because the light is too dim. There must be lighting a system, but I'm not sure if I can bring it under my control. I think I found the power source in the machine at the bottom of the ladder. If it's simple enough, maybe my childhood experiments will help. I hope the mechanism won't be too complex. Okay. Oh, right. I wanted to check to see if... What was it? Would this help with that? SFL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That thing. Maybe not. Oh, I guess I can drop this. I've read most of these novels, but I don't remember them. I don't like these patterns. Stop being so picky, Annie. Empty, of course. A photograph, or what's left of it, at least. I really like this. I can make it a farm, or is it a cottage? So this whole area is kind of blocked off. So it looks like I've explored everything I can here. So I guess, yeah, I go through here then. This room is very red. I don't see any paintings in this room, only photographs. These pictures must be important or they wouldn't be framed. I don't know what these are. Some landscapes, buildings, ruins, not a single face. Notes written in a hurry. Eureka! Things to try. Is the photographer the only one who can cast the spell? Is the soul bound? What projection for the photographed landscape? Copied memory? Own existence? Additional questions. What is the link with the human branch of the Goetia? If one can enter and leave a photograph, is the same true of an object? What about soul projection? Returning to one's body? Need to study this with Mother. Is the photograph a gateway to an existing place? Does the spell create a new place? Need to test with a montage. If a new autonomous immutable universe is created, the implications are unimaginable. In and out of a picture, an autonomous and unalterable universe. I was expecting a guy on developing photos, but this doesn't make any sense. I don't like this. This room might have a few more secrets to learn, but I'd rather not stay here any longer than I have to. Some containers, blank paper, and a few failed photographs. How I'd love to use these things. The box holds nothing interesting. A few vials, some clothes, and clean linen. These all seem quite harmless, at least. Someone slept here recently. If only I could find a living person, though I'm not sure if this is one I'd like to meet. I can sense something in this photo, as if it were possible to see further. Maybe if I focus some more. Shit, am I going into this picture? Black woman. What on earth has happened? I don't see any colors anymore. It's all black and white, like in a photograph.
Should we get my dog?
It doesn't make any sense. I need to get out. Gabriel's Folly. If I remember correctly, red light is used to develop pictures. The room was refitted for this purpose by one of Annie's sons who lived and worked there. It's a very quiet place, as if it were bathing in love and admiration. I'm sure I can learn a few things from this place. My ghostly condition, the manor with all its demons, and now this? I've been pulled into a photograph that I was trying to possess. Is this commonplace in this era, or some new folly devised by the Blackwoods? I should be able to get out of here easily, but first I should look for potential clues. I remember the cottage from the photograph. How strange. It seems I can enter it, even though the picture doesn't show the inside. This is unreal. I can sense every detail of these clothes. This place is making me see things, sending my senses into disarray. It's driving me mad. Some pages have been torn away. Gabriel Hodkin, 2nd of February 1940. Mother's work inspired me to undertake an insane project which had obsessed me day and night, and today, at long last, I decided to begin. I've already gathered all the materials I'll need, and took all the necessary precautions. I was afraid of how Mother would react when she found out, but her support has been unfailing as always. According to her, my work and her research could benefit from each other, and I agree. I can't wait. A few years ago, I would have laughed at myself. Today, however, even if it seems mad, I know that some sort of immortality can be achieved. It is possible as long as one can project one's soul into an artifact, be it natural or artificial. That being said, I would not recommend using a natural artifact. The scant information we could gather suggests the risks are too great. The results so far are unconvincing, but each day proves to us that Anton and Mother are not far from their goal. As for me, I'm thinking of a somewhat different way to temporarily project a soul in an object, something that might enable me to access its history from its creation to its daily use. I'll start with a familiar object I know every detail of. I don't want to risk anything. As such, I'm thinking of an object created by my own hands that offers an infinite number of possibilities. A photograph. Of course, I can't possibly know the chemical and physical composition of a photograph, but I am very familiar with the technique from the framing to the shooting and the developing. Photographing a well-known place should limit the chances of getting lost. It would be a shame not to be able to find my way out of the object. Photograph of a forest. This looks like a half-buried or fortified building. Whoops, I didn't want to go in there. No, go back. This is a failed photograph, but I still feel attracted by the scenery. This is a drawing of a strange creature on the box, half fish and half horse. I can't see anything. Interesting. Alright. The picture I found in the bedroom is incomplete, and I cannot access the missing part. I need to find the second half of the picture to discover the whole scene. A photograph within a photograph. This place has no end. It's a veritable labyrinth, as if its creator, Gabriel, did everything he could to confound visitors and hide something important inside it. This only intrigues me more. There's one thing I'm certain of, though. I cannot possess an object in a photograph and then go out of a picture and into another one. Each picture has its own universe, but I'll need to carry an object from one place to another, so I'll need to find a solution. The planes. I'm not sure if the camera angle was wrong, but the picture was placed upside down, and I lost my bearings. I should turn it. The summits. Back of the cottage is blurry, but I can still make out a few elements that seem interesting. Food supplies. I'm saved. They look like the bullets grandfather used while hunting, but they're a bit more cumbersome. A young king that I don't know? Oh, England. Something is hidden behind these railings. A photograph? First of all, it is advisable to delve as deep as possible into the artifact, the subject. One should go pace by pace from oneself to the subject, cautiously as if with a flight of stairs. 1 request, 2 approach, 3 invitation, 4 possession. The idea seems straightforward, but the first 2 steps always leave me in a persistent, semi-conscious state for a few minutes after the attempt, and breaking the frail connection between the projection and myself is not recommended. To maintain this connection, one can use rituals. The most formidable ordeal is the invitation. More precisely, the exact moment the subject accepts my projection and opens the door leading into itself. I gradually lose consciousness of myself, and a new world opens. However, the short moment when both universes coexist is a painful and distressing one. Finally, the possession is the decisive step. A sigil drawn on both hands can strengthen the connection. Of Sigillaria. I like this round rock. Would that I could lie on it for a while. I can see a grain in the walls of this lumberjack's cabin, like the grain of a photograph, but it looks more like wood grain to me. A set of wood saws. I won't be needing those. This box seems familiar. Some crates and gardening tools, nothing particularly useful. These bags are full of sand. No hidden treasure, then. The hammer kind of reminds me of the kind used with a chisel to cut stone. I shouldn't get too close to this workbench. It looks really unstable. A pair of glasses, a vital accessory for any scholar. Interesting. Assuming that's what I need to do there. I'm not sure I can do anything in this one because of the bars. No, I can't go up though. Ammunition and a few pictures and letters. My dear parents, we've been left here without orders for almost a month. There isn't a living soul in St. Margaret. Those who survived the bombings fled the area. Nevertheless, there's still been no word from either Winnie or Pooh for several weeks now. Each hour we spend watching the guns that resonate in vain is at once both reassuring and frightening. The weight and uncertainty are wearing us out. Despite the bloodshed, we were glad to be able to respond in kind on this side of the sea. Still, I won't complain. For what it's worth in this uneasy silence that hangs over us now, I can enjoy the sweet music of the words I write for you now. That said, the monotony of the past few days was disrupted a little. A photographer came to visit our bunker. He advised in a Daimler mourned car and was accompanied by 2 officers. He was a rather strange fellow, and none of us were sure of what he was there for. He set up his bulky equipment to take a few pictures, but made sure to keep us from appearing in them. I always thought in times of war, portraits of valiant soldiers were common, but he was only interested in the building. Despite its blank black walls, he didn't stay very long. I miss Lizzie's letters. How is she? I hope she's well and that she was not affected too much by the events, as much as circumstances allow. She's so young. Tell her she's a true friend. The latest news is Martin's posting last week. He left the bunker for... These tools remind me of the weapons diagrams in the library, but these are much more sophisticated. These explosions and this tiny opening. I don't have to worry about losing my own life, but this atmosphere turns my blood cold. One of the pictures is missing, but that doesn't stop me from traveling inside the other 2. The landscape is quieter. Whoops, I didn't want to go in there. I wanted to... Wait, let me go back for a second. I wanted to examine it. A set of photographs make a panorama. How clever. With love, A. Let me check out the other one before I go through to another picture. There's so many pictures. A vehicle destroyed by fire in the middle of nowhere. The label only says developer. What am I supposed to do with this? I get the impression that the two pictures on the wall of the sentry box are part of a set, in which case one is still missing. Though I can enter each picture, I cannot pass from one to the other. Perhaps I'll be able to do so if I find the missing picture from the set. It can't be far. I found a pair of spectacles on a woodcutter's bench. Oddly enough, they're very clean, as if they don't belong to this place, or rather, if they had been put here after the picture was taken. Sculptor's dream. I remember watching stone carvers in the village. They used such a hammer and a chisel. Could have this one been used to carve stone near the cabin? Alright. A photograph of some ruins. Just a picture. The trail leads here. I should search for a way to enter. Can I not go through there? Oh. I wonder if I need the other picture to do that. Blood Nocturne, some sheet music brought from France. Fortunately, it's been translated by Annie, I suppose. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. I recognize this piano. Will I be able to touch a few keys? Oh, wait, do I need to memorize this? Wait. There's no way I can play this. What does it want me to do?
Well, there is a notes there.
That's just the scale.
Yeah.
I tried doing that. I tried doing C, D, E, F, G.
No, it's not doing that. It's maybe there is a different. Maybe there is a different.
There must be other sheet music somewhere.
Maybe not a sheet of music. I've seen stuff that's been like somewhere else where you can find a series of letters.
Hmm. Can I look at this, please? Mother used to put her favorite novels here. Oops, I didn't mean to go back into that one. Did I go into this one yet? Pretty sure I did go into this one, because it's just where the hammer is. Can you go in, please? Alright. So it looks like I explored the whole house, so I guess I need to go explore some other areas then. Oh, that's the picture world. Stone. Alright. Let's go here. Let's go this way. To town. Oakmarsh. Oakmarsh. We never did go there very often. I always preferred less crowded places. Abandoned suitcase here in the village? It's late, but that doesn't explain the silence. There isn't a soul around. The glow of the streetlight doesn't comfort me one bit. There's an unsettling atmosphere here. There's still a few pieces of decoration here. She seems like the only one taking care of this place, provided that she still has someone to protect. This looks like a brochure of some kind. Dunchurch Dance. I will never forget your gaze that night. Your beloved Alexander. Oh, is this where fucking Alexander's girlfriend lived? Villette by Charlotte Bronte. Property of Sally Stanford. I was forbidden to read Jane Eyre, and I didn't know this one either. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to go back through there. Does this switch still work? It does. The bottom of this pan is disgusting. What's more, I think I might be looking at the only signs of life in Oakmarsh. This place is quite unsettling. Somebody's left a note. I left the key at Samson's so he could make a copy of it. The original is small, gray, and has a label of the same color at the base. For now, please don't lock the main door. The water has plenty of time to evaporate. It won't be long before this cupboard collapses. A small notebook left here by the former inhabitant. No, remember to hide the Ouija board. Attic? If you find this notebook, please return it to George Stanford, Willow Bark Road, Oakmarsh. I was both impatient and anxious about being... Is that being? I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's seeing? Seeing Professor Abraham Blackwood this morning. His dour mood shows no signs of improving, but at least he seems coherent. He came with his arms full of oddities, electrical instruments, measurements, dog-eared books that had turned yellow with age, and a board carved with letters and numbers. A Ouija board to communicate with. He said, to hell with communicating with those things. I chose to get away and let him mutter to himself on the ground floor while I took Sally to the Sampsons. While I returned, Professor Blackwood confirmed my suspicions. This is indeed something here, some sort of activity, he said, but nothing dangerous. Nothing dangerous. I'd like to see him standing in the middle of those flying objects. I heard noises at the entrance last night, but when I went downstairs there was nothing there and nothing had moved. I don't know if I'm going mad or if the presence is trying to convince me I am. Professor Blackwood wants to come back tomorrow to pursue his research. One of his grandsons, Gabriel if I'm not mistaken, will be here with him. They don't go out often, those children, but Gabriel seems like a good boy, very pleasant. He's completely different from his father. This chest is locked by some kind of mechanism. The buttons look like constellations, I think. I don't know what order this is supposed to be going in. I have no idea. Alright. To the attic. Some old empty trunks that no one bothered to take with them. The people who lived here didn't really care about their belongings. And a Ouija board? I wonder if I could use it to have a seance with myself. But it's only a piece of wood. God almighty, it's moving by itself. This is ridiculous. I should at least feel another presence. What does it want to tell me? Well, good evening. Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, shit. Do you know what I am? I suppose that wasn't a good question. Alright. Where did the inhabitants of Oakmarsh flee to? Not the most talkative spirit. Maybe it's linked to the house. The locked chest on the lower floor? How do I open it? A-D-A-S-T. What? Add Astra to the stars? I was hoping for a more straightforward answer. Any other hints? Anything? Alright then. Add Astra. A new puzzle to solve. These fruits are practically fossilized. This house must have been abandoned a long time ago. A journal entry from 14 November 1940. A letter has been slipped between the pages. My dear sister, after the bombings, our beautiful city of Coventry offers the terrible spectacle of devastation. War has turned most of the monuments to ruins. Everything here is bleak and desolate. Only one spire is left from St. Michael Cathedral. Burnt buses cover the streets in which Lady Godiva once rode. There are thousands of victims. Those who survived hold up in what's left of their houses. They try to organize as much as possible. King George came to display his deepest sympathy to the population who bravely shows that Coventry, like London, will not surrender. From what I learned in your letter, Oakmarsh is still prey to the terror the manor has inspired for many years, and will need some courage too. Villagers seem to be worried that madman Elrius encourages Annie's insane research. But can't we imagine that his faith will, on the contrary, encourage him to protect her from what evil power she is about to unleash? So my niece Sally is hiding in the village with Alexander. They seem in great danger. What do you know about their intent? Knowing your daughter's daring nature, I suppose nothing will stop them. I can't believe Alexander left his family. I believe he pursues a purpose we do not know. Perhaps he did find a way to conjure the malediction that weighs over his kind. Hopefully the villagers' anger will not interfere. You will need a lot of courage, and you can count on me. With love, your brother. Someone took a painting off the wall. They only took the valuables with them when they left. Spirit, are you there? It might not be a living person, but at least this spirit is the first friendly presence I've met since my rebirth. He could communicate through the Ouija board, but with some difficulty. Would he be more talkative if I guessed his identity? No need for discretion. Oakmarsh is all but an empty shell. I thought I'd come across some villagers, but there's no sign of life. No demons either, at least. I'm free to explore the village as I please and follow Alexander's trail. The people living in this house made sure to close the place up when they left. Not entirely a problem given my current state, but if I want to take something to or from here, I'll need to find another way or some kind of opening. The box I found in the bedroom is quite the intriguing item. finely ornate and locked by a code. Father used to collect the like, and this one is exactly his favorite kind. I wouldn't be too surprised if it came from the manor, another reason to try and open it. I'm not alone in Oakmarsh, though my company is a spirit and not the talkative kind. Even though he seems familiar, he keeps saying Ad Astra. When I ask him about the locked box, the clue must be important. Okay. Looks like we explored the whole house. All that's left of this tool is the handle. This well has been dry for ages. It's full of rubble now. At the bottom of the well, this old tool is in terrible condition and was thrown down to the bottom of Oakmarsh as well. I can hear something calling to me, though, even if it's too vague to make out. Whoops, wait, there was something down there. I can see something on the wall, like a hidden opening, but where does it lead? The water most likely seeped from the openings. It must have been stagnant for years. Is this some sort of underground shelter? Who would settle down this cesspool? The shopkeeper used to keep a logbook. Maybe I'll find some clues there. 14th of November. A strange silence surrounds the manor. I was fetching wood around the forest when suddenly all the animals went quiet. At something most uncanny. Or at dusk, most uncanny. That's for sure. 16th of November. Rumors of bombing in Coventry. Curse them. I hope they don't turn their attention to an isolated place like Oakmarsh. 21st November. The old woman came by the Stanfords and left a few minutes later. She looked like she was in a hurry. I feel ill at ease when she's around. You never know what she thinks. Even if she's looking, you strain the eye. The less I see of her, the better. 2nd of December. A young Blackwood came today. Alexander, I think. He wanted to rent the flat behind the shop. An old storage room and a stable something much, especially for a well-bred child, but it's more money in my pocket, so I said yes. He seems normal enough, but I'll keep my eyes peeled. 15th of December. Lights over Blackwood, and they were no Christmas decorations or bombers. 16th December. I swear I heard screaming coming from there. They echoed across the whole valley. I'm still shaking at the thought. 25th of December. Merry Christmas. 25th of January. Hey, there's a note for your birthday. Jesus isn't paying attention. Going near the manor always made me anxious, but now it's all the more terrifying. I can almost hear whispers coming from the walls. Something haunting, like a word repeated over and over until it sounds strange in one's mind. I can still hear it. It was something like amphigor. Amphigor. It never stops. Amphigor. It never stops. I felt the air shiver, and the roof shifted. I ran back to the village, shouting at the top of my lungs. That settles it. I'm closing my shop, and I will never leave here again. 28th of January. Emma and George are learning. They will be leaving their daughter here, though I don't really understand why. I suppose she wants to stay with Alexander. I think they're right. There is nothing else that can be done here. I should leave too. To visit my boys in London. If they haven't forgotten they have a father. Its inhabitant brought books, lots of them. This device seems to be made from magnetic tapes. How does it work? The door is blocked by a broomstick, and it's doing its job all too well. Go back this way first for a bit. I used to see Samson hard at work in this workshop at night. I remember it like it was yesterday. Some very small tools, a few flasks of oil, and some detergents. A gray key with a label in the same color. That's the one. All I have to do now is check if it fits the kitchen door of the house at the entrance to the village. Nothing interesting in here. All the essentials have been taken away. These jars have been knocked over and spilled everywhere. It's almost as if the shop had been ransacked. The last journal entry is from the 12th of January 1941, so Orkmush has been abandoned for over a month. Some motor oil, cleaning products, nothing unusual. There's not much left here. Everything important seems to be taken away. Open and empty, of course. A telephone in a public place. The operators must be very busy. It's past 4 in the morning. The streetlights are on, so the clock must be accurate. Okay, so I've done that now. Definitely looks like an upstairs to the store, so I'll have to check that. Oh. God almighty, a corpse. Why? He doesn't look very old. This is horrible. I can see a message in his hands. Come on, be strong. My beloved children, I suppose you don't care about what happened to me now, but if you ever wanted to see your old father, here are a few words. The first bombings reached us yesterday. Every hour they got closer. I haven't had any news of Henry and Philip since Coventry, and I fear the worst. I cannot bring myself to the idea of dying on the road. I'd rather stay here and avoid the fear and suffering. Goodbye, my children. Please forgive this distance that left us deaf and mute to each other. May the life you chose keep you safe from harm and bring you some happiness. May the madness here never reach you. Your loving father. Shit, dude. Ooh. The saw might be worn and rusty, but I don't think it would hurt to try using it. A collection of sheet music from the village dance, summer of 1939. There's a note in the margin. A young girl full of life, dancing and laughing by the piano. Sally. What a peculiar instrument. Is it for listening to or for singing through? This device looks like a radio, a tiny one. This noise sounds like my voice. But how is that possible when I no longer have a voice? Would I be able to talk through this radio? That is fantastic. Oh, it's not working. I have no idea what to say. I found a portable radio. It's tiny. The technology is incredible. I think it works, but I haven't been able to pick up anything yet. I would love to hear news of the outside world, though. It seems Simon decided to hide in the cellar under the shop. Maybe Samson? I don't understand. Did Blackwood Manor only inspire fear within people? All I remember is Father's charm, Annie, Mother, and the good old times. Still, with every discovery, fear creeps into my mind. Guess we could try going this way now. Eldritch Forest. Lester Blackwood, 1812-1896. Martha Blackwood, 1813-1890. My grandparents. I never knew grandmother and don't have many memories of grandfather. Elizabeth Blackwood, 1745-1802. Neither gold nor marble shall my tomb adorn, only in simple wood will my prayers be borne, resounding ever in my arrogant shrine of bone, across the dead roots venerated by worms alone. Cover not my tomb with stone, dear friend, leave the fading corpse to its natural end. Dowsing rods can help find lost objects, or so I've heard. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try. Good evening. Well, I certainly know there's something after death. Is there anyone? This stone looks unstable. Interesting. William Blackwood, 1778 to 1832. My great-grandfather, I suppose. Mother forbade us to go into Eldritch Forest. That never really stopped us, though. These ruins were the starting point of our adventures in the forest. If I remember correctly, I helped Annie to hide a box around here. These ruins... Okay. Here it is. We used to hide the treasures we found of our adventures. Why do I have this stick here? Refresh my... Anything around here to refresh my memory. Memories are coming back to me, Annie and I exploring the forest, writing down all recognizable places and objects. But in what order did we observe all those details? Oh, I see. So is that... and then that. I have no idea. Not too sure of my memories, and I never explored the forest at night before. I should get more information first if I don't want to get lost. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing now. Alright, I've done that. Codex, opposite signal. Complete the puzzle in the fireplace in the middle. Sort of power up. Pick up quill pen, fly up, secret. Okay. So let's try going back here. Because I should be finishing off this area. So I've done that. I just want to make sure I didn't leave anything down here. I don't think so. Where did I leave the pen? This. Okay. Pick up quill pen, fly up. Where am I? I'm there. How do I fly up? Yeah, I'm getting stuck. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Pick up quill pen. Is this where I got the quill pen? I thought it was, but maybe it's not. Where am I right now? There. Can I go up here? Pick up secret panel, examine contents with puzzle box. I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Says there's supposed to be a secret panel or something. Pick up quill pen. Fly up, secret panel now revealed. What? I don't understand. I don't understand where the secret panel is.
The panel that is secret.
That's not helpful though. I don't see a secret panel.
Yeah, that's the point.
But like, I'm supposed to be able to see the panel now.
But then it's not secret anymore.
The fuck's a secret panel?
Oh, if you're looking for it, then it will stop being a secret and when you find it.
Oh my gosh. It's not in here. Where am I supposed to go? So confused. I feel like it's gotta be in like this area, doesn't it? Right, it's gotta be in an area I haven't been to before. Okay, let's drop this here for now. I think it's telling me where. I think I know where to where to put the book. Book's this way. Okay. So I think I need to bring the. Where am I? Here. Alright, let's go this way. Aha. I caught her going through your room. I told you what she wanted to do and why you must not follow her under any condition. Please trust me. As soon as you find this note, hide it as best you can, or even better, destroy it and come meet me at the wood's edge. I'll be waiting for you there with Sally and Robert. Everything will be all right. You have my word. Alexander.
Nothing was alright.
So there should be a white outline when I find the things that are correct. So why can't I find what I need with that quill pen?
Because it's secret.
Look, it's fine if it's secret. I found the secret brick. But it's supposed to light up when I have the correct item because I have this fucking special power.
Then that's not secret anymore.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be secret once I have the secret power. I have the power to find secrets. I have the power to find secrets.
But they're not secrets once you find them, so you can't find them anymore. What is a secret? Huh?
Oops.
What is a secret?
It's something you can find with a secret power.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You cannot find.
Something you can find with a secret power.
What is a man but a filthy pile of secrets?
I just can't remember where I found this pen, which I think is also an issue. Where are you, secret panel?
You know what we can do tonight for dinner?
That's upsetting. What's also upsetting is that I can't find this fucking secret panel. We should buy some mushrooms for the shepherd's pie too. Yeah, I might end soon, so I can't find this thing. I might finish and then just try and look up part of a walkthrough or something just to find this secret panel. Oh, why is this suddenly showing up now?
Because it was secret.
How come I didn't see these scratches? Yeah, fucking right. Recognize this, my treasure box. A ball of string I used in my many adventures. Some dice I could use to play with anywhere. Something to write with, even in the darkness of night. This isn't mine. I'm sure I didn't draw this. Is it a sigil? It looks like those that Father studied, but none of them was called Abigail. If this is a joke, it's not a very funny one. And I'm starting to get scared. There's no one here. Everything seems to be frozen in time, and the manor is covered in esoteric symbols. I must find answers. Alright, have I finished this one section finally? My old treasure box remains intact, but I wasn't expecting to find it here. With a mysterious item added to my own collection, no less. A sigil similar to those of the Goetia, but with my name on it. This item, what it suggests, terrifies me. It seems Alexander, one of Annie's sons, wanted to protect someone, or several people. His brothers? What were they threatened by? Alright. So I finished this whole section. I think I'll end it there because I've been going for 2.5 hours. And then we'll finish up the next section some other time. Thank you so much for watching. To anyone who is watching, and have a good day. Bye.